Why? That can be a difficult question to stare in the face. Why? That's not a hard question to ask. I ask it all the time. Why did that person do this? Why did they say that? Why is the world the way it is? Sure, I ask a million and one questions about the world around me, but what about me? My biography, my story, my book. Everyone has a book. It's our life, our past, our present, our personality, our thoughts, our actions, and the reason behind those things. An understanding of who we really are, why we do what we do, and our purpose. I don't know about you, but in the past 43 years, I have rarely opened my book or reflected that why word at myself. I have read, or should I say, tried to read others' books around me, trying to figure them out. Why are they the way they are? I just don't understand. I expect to be able to understand others and their books, and yet I don't even know my own. I expect those around me, sometimes even strangers, to just get me, and then I get upset when they don't. Let's be real. If I have never taken the time to sit down with me and figure out who I am, what makes me tick, why do I think the way I do? Why am I the person I am? Are there any things about my book that could use a, I don't know, revamp or an update? If I have never read my own book, then how can I expect others to understand me if I don't even understand me? And if no one truly understands themselves, let alone each other, then how can we possibly think we can live in peace with one another? I have been so consumed with trying to interpret everyone else and changing them that I have forgotten about myself. What is my story, and how can I change that for the better? I mean, ourselves are truly the one person we have the power, the ability, and the right to change. Changing my energy, evolving my energy for the better, could change the world for the better. Wow, she really thinks pretty highly of herself now, doesn't she? I know, right? We all have the capability to change the world for the better. Every human on this planet has that power. But until we decide to dig through the piles of our past, the definitions we've been taught, and triggers we have built around those things, we may be unable to tap into that power. Uncovering who we are, healing and moving forward from our hurts and pain, and opening up ourselves to see and understand new ideas, asking the hard questions to ourselves, and, well, sticking around until we hear the answers is a way to help clean up that stagnant energy. But sometimes we need a little help. Maybe there is a really big boulder in my way. I can't go through it, but maybe if I was able to break that boulder into smaller pieces, I could go over it. Well, what if certain energies from the earth could do just that? Help me break down my barriers a little so that I can figure out a way to get past them. Something that not only can help me with that stagnant energy, but also help me to be open to new paths. Maybe wearing a moonstone necklace inspires me to follow my intuition more. And in doing so, I feel more at peace. And that peace creates a special space for my creativity to come out, resulting in, I don't know, a unique painting, moving words, or maybe just one extra smile in the world. It's not to say that modern medicine, a friend's caring words, or a hug can't influence better circulation in our energy, because everything has energy, and whatever form you choose to get that energy is your choice. But for me, I believe the earth around me has the ability to heal me as well. I believe crystals, minerals, rocks, and gems have the power, if only a little, to help in some way or another, physically or emotionally. We get energy from the ground, the sky, things in space, our food, water, most things that come from the earth. So why not quartz crystals sitting on my desk? Carnelian beads wrapped around my wrist. People believe they can get positive energy from copper being worn, and it is a naturally occurring element from the ground. We do not eat it, drink it, inhale it, we wear it. And some believe it produces some kind of invisible healing energy that can help with joints and arthritis. And then there are some that believe it's a placebo effect. If I am told something does something and I believe it to be true, whether it has an effect or not, my belief in my mind is enough for my body to heal itself. Well, whether crystals, minerals, rocks, and gems definitely have the ability to move stagnant energy in my body and in turn help me find a way to heal myself physically and emotionally, or it's just my belief that anything is possible, including healing energy from crystals. What does it matter if the end result is that I'm happier and healthier? For me, the earth, in its many forms, from a surrounding forest of trees to beautiful crystals on my desk, brings a smile to my face. That smile brings in a release of joy throughout my body, and that joy, I believe, is what has the power to heal and help me move forward. Be open to change and evolve. Everything changes. We are born and we die. We can't read and then we can. We are learning and then we become the teacher. Friends move and family passes away. A town becomes a city. A summer is swept into winter. And things I believe today may be proven wrong tomorrow because we are constantly learning, evolving, discovering, and changing. Fact. However you choose to believe is your choice in life. I do not have the answers, just ideas and theories. All I can do is try to live my authentic self by asking my own questions and believing in things that truly make sense to me. Now, let's dive into those minerals, crystals, rocks, gemstones, and stones a little further. I recently learned the definitions to those words. Let's start with minerals. They occur naturally and are naturally formed with only one element. Some examples would be quartz, malachite, and a diamond. All minerals have crystalline structures. Some of those are not visible to the human eye, but the minerals that have ones that are visible are called crystals. Examples would be quartz again, amethyst, and fluorite. From there we have rocks, which are made from multiple minerals fused together, like jade, lapis lazuli, and red jasper. Next on the list is a gemstone. Now, gemstones are usually the name given to a piece of mineral that is strong enough to be cut and polished into jewelry. But some exceptions would be jewelry made with amber or pearl, in which, even though they are not minerals, they are still considered gemstones. Another contributing factor to something being considered a gem is also how valuable it is. And lastly is a stone. This one was a bit confusing to me at first, but I think I have it right. I would put a stone between a mineral and a rock. It is made up of minerals, but it's also what makes up a rock. Small stones form into rock, if I'm understanding that correctly. Now that we have a little bit better of an idea of those title differences, it's time to let you in on the reason for this subject today. I have officially opened up an online store. Yay! I know, right? And it's filled with exactly that: minerals, crystals, rocks, and gemstones. There will be an array of items from clusters and points to bracelets and necklaces that I purchased at the Denver Gem Show this past September. I tried to pick out the most beautiful pieces, and at the same time, I also met some beautiful human beings. One amazing meet was with a bead wholesaler named Jennifer. Talk about an amazing human being. We had some great conversations over the days I was at the Gem Show. She mentioned to me that ethical standards are top on their list when sourcing the raw materials for their beads, and proceeded to also say that how they do that is by buying from small family-owned mines. From there, they do most of their manufacturing in-house. As she put it, they work as a family, eat as a family, and relax as a family. And a little backstory on Jennifer: her bead business was passed down to her from her mother. She told me how her mother used to make jewelry and that quality was the most important thing when it came to her designs, which is why she only sourced the best she can find. That transformed her mother's business from selling jewelry to just selling her high-quality beads. And when the business was passed on to Jennifer, she made a point to keep that same integrity of high quality and honesty in all she does. Jennifer was full of information and insight in many things, but one main takeaway was the system used to determine the quality of crystals and gemstones. They can be rated on a scale from a D to an A, depending on their unique characteristics and their inclusions. And just a side note, inclusions are essentially another mineral trapped inside that mineral during its formation. So if graded as an A, from there it goes into a classification of a single A to triple A quality. Triple A quality means the piece is practically flawless. It's not enhanced, and it's considered a higher quality piece. For instance, a lighter purple in amethyst is considered lower quality than a darker purple. If the amethyst is cloudy, it will also be considered a lower quality piece than one with beautiful clarity. So when picking your piece, if you see an A, double A, or triple A, that is what is referring to its quality. Quality, I believe, does not reflect its energy abilities, though. If someone is looking for a piece that promotes calm, whether the amethyst is light or dark purple, it is still amethyst and still has the same energy. So if you are in need of a certain crystal to help break some barriers, to help you get to the bottom of your whys, well, Inspiration Avenue on my website will always be a trustworthy friend you can turn to. I take a lot of time looking at many pieces at the gem show, tuning into my intuition to seek out minerals, crystals, rocks, and gemstones that are unique, beautiful, and call to me for some special reason with my customers in mind. Take a moment to look within, to ask questions, not of everyone else, but of myself. Because the one person I have the power to change, well, it's myself. And maybe a moonstone necklace is just the perfect tool to guide me to that first step in a happier direction.